Okay, so did one of you guys want to be the scribe, or did you want me to?
I can try.
Awesome, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I guess I can go first for giving my example. So we were just supposed to do when a contract can be unenforceable, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as I'm reading it, I'm pretty sure that my example will work, but if it doesn't, just let me know. So mine, it's just that Bob makes a contract with Sam to just sell a piece of farm equipment, and then they pay it and the contract is done. But then once, I'm trying to think, like 8 years later in Oregon, Sam tries to like reopen the contract and say that some parts of it were null, and he tries to pretty much get his equipment back. But at least in Oregon, the statute of limitations is 6 years. So the contract is kind of becomes unenforceable because it passed that time limit.
Okay. That's sweet. I like that one. So mine's a little interesting. It's based off of so Netflix sued Fox because they claimed that Fox had unenforceable contracts with their executives. So what Fox would do is they would enter into like very long contracts with their executives, and even after they would leave Fox, they wouldn't be allowed to work for any like high level company. So Netflix, because they wanted those executives to work for them, they actually sued Fox, and I believe they won. So kind of an interesting one.
That one's pretty cool.
For mine, I just kind of made up one. John promises to give Jill $25 as a gift. Something comes up and he isn't able to give her $25 anymore. Jill, thinking that she's going to get the $25, buys groceries worth that much with her credit card. When John tells her that she won't get the $25 anymore, she sues him because saying that he contracted to give her $25. And since it was promised as a gift, it is unenforceable as a contract. He's not required to give it to her.
Sweet. Well, today's meeting might be a little short.
Yep. Okay, so just type something in chat so I don't have to try and spell it your last name in the group chat on the side.
Okay, so which example are we just putting our own in the chat box?
Well, I was just wanted names because I didn't want to try and ask you how you spell your last name. So we can put the example in the chat box, but that works too.
Okay.
Yeah, what example would you guys like for you? I don't really care.
I think that Austin sounded pretty good.
Okay. Okay. And then you guys can see what I'm working on. And remind me why it's unenforceable. Is it because they don't work for Fox anymore?
I think it'd be unenforceable just because I think it's just in the let me see what the text says. I think there's just something about the law, like you can't ban with a contract, you can't ban someone from working in their field of work for a long period of time. Like if you just have a net, you can't work for this period of time, then it becomes unenforceable. Let me look up the exact quote in the text.
So do we want to phrase this question, like give the example and then say, are these contracts enforceable? And then we can say like yes or no because, etc.
I think that's a good way to do it.
Okay. I guess I'm not in charge of that, so Chris, you have to make that call.
That's fine. Group thing, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Make it easier for everyone to see everything. So explanation, example, what are we thinking?
Sorry, could you say
that? Where we stand in the text, by the way.
I am looking for it right now. I'm looking for the exact phrase where it is. I don't know why I'm just having a hard time finding it. It's in, I don't know if you guys remembered the section. It's in the section where it talks about if you have someone purchasing a business from, it gives the example of like a barber. Someone purchases the shop from the barber and there's a contract that makes an agreement that they can't work in the same city. or they can't establish a shop in the same area.
Yeah, wasn't that in was it in chapter 6?
I'm not sure.
Okay. I'll help you look too.
Okay, I found it.
What page?
It's on page 192, 193, around there. So it says, basically it says, in all cases, however, the parties should refrain from total restriction. A person should be able to continue to make a living by practicing a trade, profession, or skill. Thus, the restriction should be limited as to time, for example, 2 or 3 years, place, miles, or a region, and speciality. So, because I believe that Fox did, it was like a pretty long time. I don't know if it gave a number of years, but it stated that it was like very long when compared to other contracts of that sort. So I think that it violated that because it went too long, and it made them not allowed to pretty much practice to make a living, pretty much, even if they are rich.
So for this one, did we have to use a real example, or should we just like change the company's names and say it's like 50 years or something?
Honestly,
I don't think it matters.
yeah.
Okay,
I don't think they're gonna fact check
fair enough. No, I just wasn't sure.
unless we make it too extreme. If we're saying like this company did 100-year contract or something, maybe
Oh, yeah, of
they'll
course.
be interested in. But yeah, I'm sure we could say something. I would just do something perhaps pretty vague to the point of Fox didn't allow its executives to make a living for a significant amount of time or something like that.
That sounds good. And sorry if
Like
you
a
guys
non-compete.
Sorry if you guys hear snorting. I have 2 dogs, so I promise it's not me, it's my dogs. So sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. Just kidding.
Okay, so Fox has their executives signed a non-compete for 50 years since Netflix won these executives. They sued Fox, stating that the term length was too long. What do you think so far? Too long.
Can we also put something in there with the question to the effect of maybe Netflix or something about how the executives can't be it's not acceptable. I don't know if acceptable is the right word. It would be hard for them to go for that long after they have left Fox without getting another job. Something that points to it. I don't want it to be too close to perhaps another quiz answer, if you know what I'm saying. So is there a way that we can make it a little more specific to it's unenforceable? Like they can't be expected to go that long without employment?
Has about that? Fox says their executives signed a contract that they will not work for anyone else for 50 years.
Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, I just don't want it to be mixed up with another.
Yeah, no worries.
question.
Correct answer. Netflix. Netflix will win because the contract infringes on the likely. I don't even know how to spell that. Oh, it was close. Livelihood.
And can we put something at the end of the first, the correct answer that says, therefore, it's unenforceable or something? Therefore, being unenforceable. I don't know.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's see. Okay, wrong answer two. Think about that. Netflix will win because the contract that long is just stupid.
All right, and do we need 3 wrong answers?
Yeah.
Okay, and we need one more.
Uh-huh. Yeah, one more. Sorry, I had too much fun with that last question and answer. The question and feedback. Wrong answer and feedback. Netflix will win because a contract that long is just stupid. While Netflix will win is because it infringes upon their livelihood, not because of the validity of the intelligence behind the contract.
Okay.
And then wrong answer 3.
You
Any
can do
ideas?
one that says Netflix will win because a contract of 50 years is illegal and illegal contracts are not enforceable by law or something.
Uh, Second, that works for the answer. While Netflix will win, it will be because the contract infringes upon their livelihood and not because the time frame itself is illegal.
That one sounds good.
Okay, so wrong answer, feedback, wrong answer, feedback, wrong answer, feedback, correct answer, feedback, explanation. That's last. And this. Okay. Example and explanation. Do you have any other changes that you think we should make?
Sorry, could you say that one more time?
Are there any changes that we want to make in our example or the explanation of our example?
No, I think everything was good. I don't think we need to make any changes.
What about you, Austin?
Yeah, I agree. It's good.
Okay. See, I'll just go ahead and turn this in then. Anything else that we should cover today?
Not that I know of. All right, should we just call it good then?
Sounds great.
Okay, well, thanks for coming, guys. I guess I'll see you next week.
Okay. See you later.
Okay.